In the late hours of December 30th, 2023, 40-year-old Dominique Davis, who had flown to Memphis for a wedding, got into a heated argument with her fiancé. He kicked her out of his car, and she vanished, never to be seen alive again. It wasn't until January 4th, 2024, when her body was discovered beneath the Sam Cooper Boulevard overpass, badly decomposed, covered in bruises, signs of trauma, and, worst of all, lifeless. As police scrambled for answers, they uncovered a devastating truth. The one behind it all was her fiancé's new girlfriend. This is the chilling story of betrayal, heartbreak, and a woman who thought she was coming home to say I do, but never got the chance. This is the tragic case of Dominique Davis.
I want my daughter. My daughter's in the house, and I know she's in there. And I want my daughter. I want my daughter, dead or alive. I want my daughter.
40-year-old Dominique Yvette Davis, affectionately known as Lady Gucci by her friends, was born on March 22, 1983, in Memphis, Tennessee. Raised by her loving mother, Ella Davis, alongside her sisters Tamika Outlaw, Shatasia Davis, and Charvitris Davis, Dominique blossomed into a vibrant and compassionate young woman. She attended Sheffield High School, and from an early age, she stood out not only for her infectious smile and warm personality, but also for her remarkable voice, one that left lasting impressions on everyone who heard it.
I never thought I'd see a time that you would be so far away from home, so far away from me. Just think of all the moments.
Later in life, Dominique made the bold decision to leave her hometown of Memphis and relocate to Las Vegas in pursuit of a career in the entertainment industry. She was a singer, a dancer, and a model who had performed in various shows and events. But no matter how far she was from Tennessee, Dominique never let distance keep her from the people she loved. She made it a point to fly back home for the holidays and special occasions, cherishing every moment spent with her family. Her natural talent and kind-hearted spirit earned her the admiration of family, friends, and even strangers. Dominique had a way of making people feel seen and loved, and she carried that energy with her wherever she went. Whether she was spending time with her family or captivating an audience with her voice, Dominique radiated positivity and grace. Building a life filled with promise and purpose, which was clear from the large number of people who attended her funeral service. She had a rare gift, not just for singing, but for making people feel seen, heard, and deeply loved. Her compassion ran deep, and she was known for her unwavering love for her family and friends. Dominique would go above and beyond to support those she cared about, offering words of encouragement, a helping hand, or simply a shoulder to lean on. Her passion for music was undeniable. Singing brought her joy, and she loved sharing that joy with the world.
It'll be a harmony.
Dominique's talent often shined through on social media, where she participated in singing challenges and trending clips, showcasing her soulful voice to an audience who adored her, even from afar.
I have nothing, nothing.
Whether singing at family gatherings, church events, or just into her phone camera, Dominique poured her heart into every note. But while Dominique blossomed into a strong, loving woman, her journey was not without heartache. In 2009, the Davis family faced a devastating tragedy that would leave a permanent scar. Dominique's sister, Charvitris Davis tragically lost her life due to domestic violence. It was a heartbreaking event that shook their entire family to its core. Behind Dominique's radiant smile and warm spirit were the echoes of a past filled with hardship. Though she rarely spoke openly about the pain, she once revealed that life hadn't always been easy. The loss of Charvitris was a painful reminder of the harsh realities that many women face, and fueled Dominique's strength, empathy, and the fierce love she had for those around her. Dominique had an undeniable enthusiasm for life. Those close to her fondly remembered how she was never afraid to express her thoughts and opinions. That same irresistible charm would lead her to start dating a man who would set off a chain of events that no one could have imagined. In January of 2023, Dominique started chatting with a young man, 43-year-old Vito Carlian, on social media. What started as a casual conversation soon grew into something more. As their interactions grew more frequent, a genuine connection started to form. They talked about everything from personal goals and family life to their views on love and relationships. Vito came across as attentive, supportive, and understanding, someone who appeared to truly listen. During one of their conversations, Vito shared that he lived in Memphis, Tennessee. Interestingly, the distance between them didn't put a strain on their growing bond. Dominique had once lived in Memphis herself and still had close family members residing there. A mutual connection to the city made their long-distance dynamic feel more personal and familiar. With shared ties to Memphis and aligned values, their emotional connection only deepened. For Dominique, who had always valued emotional connection and honesty, it felt like she had finally found someone who understood her. It wasn't long before the two started dating. After dating for a while and building a strong emotional bond, things between Dominique and Vito became even more serious. Their conversations weren't just about the present. They started talking about their future together. Vito, who was captivated by Dominique's warmth and authenticity, eventually proposed to her. Dominique, feeling that same deep connection and believing in the love they had built, happily accepted. It felt like the beginning of a beautiful new chapter. As the holiday season approached, the couple decided it was finally time to take their relationship from the digital world to real life. They made plans to meet in person for the first time, filled with excitement, nerves, and anticipation. Dominique began preparing to fly from Las Vegas to Memphis, not only to be with Vito, but also to reunite with her family, whom she hadn't seen in a while. But just when it seemed her life was seeming like a fairy tale, nothing could have prepared her or her loved ones for what was to come next. So, in late December of 2023, just as they had planned, Dominique flew to Memphis to reunite with Vito and spend time with her family for the holidays. The reunion was filled with warmth, laughter, and excitement. On December 30th, 2023, as the world prepared to ring in the new year, Dominique went live on Facebook, capturing what appeared to be one of the happiest moments of her life. In the video, she could be seen smiling, laughing, and enjoying herself with her fiancé, Vito.
Off up in weed camp. I ain't finna take a pint, sit back, sit like a pint. This is how I do my thing. High as hell, can't you tell? Lotus jocking dicks, how you get your wigs split with that outrageous shit you find. Like Walt, it's Walt's birthday, y'all. Hey, rest in peace, Mac Waltz. Hold on, y'all. Let me go live. I'm going live, and I gotta give GD his credit. GD Waltz. Give me my phone.
It's my motherfucking phone.
Baby, hey, stop playing with me on God. You know live. I gotta give GD that credit, y'all.
Like this, you gotta be cool, baby.
We coolin'. Hey, we just coolin' it. We ain't going steady. Hey. Y'all, my cousin. My
Quit playing with me like we ain't going steady, man. Cause
hey,
the last
spoke to the world, blow GDI in their face for you because you ain't here to represent.
The couple looked happy and in love, drinking, chatting, and soaking in the joy of the moment. But it wouldn't be long before that would be shattered. On December 31st, 2023, that night, as the clock ticked toward midnight, Dominique's friends and family were eagerly waiting for her to return home. She had promised to be at church for the New Year's Eve service and was even on the program to sing. a role she took seriously and with pride, and her family knew she wouldn't miss it for the world. But as the hours passed, Dominique didn't show up. At first, there was confusion, then growing concern. Their texts and phone calls were going unanswered and then went straight to voicemail. It wasn't like her to disappear without letting someone know. When Dominique's mother, Ella Davis, was informed of her daughter's absence, her concern quickly turned into panic. Something felt off.
I want my daughter. My daughter's dead in the house, and I know she's in there. And I want my daughter. I want my daughter dead or alive. I want my daughter.
She immediately contacted Dominique's fiancé, Vito, hoping he could provide answers. Instead, Vito would share disturbing information. Little did they know, things were about to take a devastating turn. Allegedly, according to Dominique's mother, Ella Davis, Vito claimed that he had kicked Dominique out of his car near a pawn shop on Summer Avenue in Memphis after they got into an argument. He told her that after the incident, he hadn't seen or heard from Dominique. This revelation shocked Ella. Dominique, who had flown all the way from Las Vegas to spend the holidays with him and her family as her fiancé, how could he not follow up or try to contact her? The family knew they had to make a decision and fast. Dominique's family quickly filed a missing persons report. The Memphis Police Department responded with urgency, launching a citywide search. Officers searched the area surrounding the pawn shop, checked nearby hospitals, and reviewed security footage. They also analyzed Dominique's phone records, social media activity, and bank transactions, but despite these efforts, they found nothing. Refusing to sit idly by, Dominique's family and friends took the search into their own hands. They flooded neighborhoods with missing person flyers, retraced Dominique's last known steps, and stayed in constant communication with investigators. However, that was until they received the worst news ever. On January 4th, 2024, the Davis family received devastating news. The Memphis police informed them that 40-year-old Dominique Davis had been found dead near the overpass at Sam Cooper Boulevard and High Point Terrace, not far from where she was last seen. Her body, badly decomposed, showed signs of trauma, and it was clear she had met a tragic and violent end.
Family members say they were told that 40-year-old Dominique Davis was found deceased days after her boyfriend reportedly told them he put her out of his vehicle off Summer Avenue. WREG's Shay Arthur is live tonight after speaking with those relatives. And Shay, what are they telling you?
Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Greg. Yeah, this really is such a heartbreaking update here. But we do want to be clear tonight that Memphis police have not confirmed to us that she has died. This is what family is telling us tonight. Her sister is now hoping for answers as they lean on each other for support. Tonight, the sister of Dominique Davis says her family is hurting.
It's like a link out of the chain is missing, you know.
Davis is initially from Memphis, but has been living in Las Vegas. She recently made the trip back to the Bluff City to spend time with her boyfriend. Family reported 40-year-old Davis missing New Year's Day. They said the last time they had heard of her whereabouts was Saturday. Her mother said she had talked to Davis's boyfriend, who told her he had put her out of his vehicle off Summer Avenue. The next day, New Year's Eve, Davis didn't show up to church with her mother. Davis's sister, Tamika Outlaw, says as they didn't hear from her, their mother's concern started to grow.
But after a certain time, my mama just kept saying she had a bad feeling in her stomach. She was like, something not right. You know, I've lost a child before. And, you know, she just kept saying something not right.
The family has spent the last few days looking for Davis, putting up signs in the area where she was last seen, and says they were notified of the tragic news by police.
Officially on yesterday.
According to a police report, officers say they searched Davis's boyfriend's apartment and located her belongings. They say her boyfriend told them they got into an argument and he had dropped her off in the area of Summer and High Point Terrace. He showed officers his text messages and times where he's attempted to call Davis, telling her to come get her belongings, but said he never heard back from her. Outlaw described her sister.
A firecracker. She was very outgoing, loved people, loved to sing. Oh my goodness, had a voice like an angel, pretty as she want to be. And she was just an awesome person.
She commended Memphis police for their work.
How fast they moved and how supportive they were.
The family says this isn't the first time they've dealt with tragedy, saying 14 years ago they lost another sister to domestic violence.
And we just try and be there for each other as much as possible.
The authorities did not immediately determine the cause and manner of death, but they confirmed that Dominique's death was being investigated as a homicide. The news sent shocks through her family and friends, who had been desperately searching for her since her disappearance. As the investigation unfolded, rumors began to spread. Many rumors began to circulate about Dominique's fiancé and Vito Corleone's involvement in her disappearance. Vito has maintained his innocence of her death and has not been charged in connection with her death. He even shared that the night before he kicked Dominique out of the car, he had driven her to her mother's house to drop her off. They had already started arguing, but nobody answered the doorbell. A Ring doorbell footage captured this.
Please don't get Dominique.
He allegedly further shared his account of the situation in a voice call, but Dominique's friends and loved ones believe that he knows what happened to Dominique.
Monday. Now, we were supposed to go to church, but shit, I had got too drunk. We were going to go to church at night. So I took her to her mama's house. There was me ringing the doorbell because she was already acting out of pocket. So I'm like, hell nah. I'm like, man, please somebody come open the door. This shit on Facebook, live, all this shit. So after didn't nobody come to the door, I'm like, she told me, nah, don't drop me. I'm like, hell nah, man, I'm finna drop you out. You up here trying to put your hands on me. So I had to shoot all the way back to my house. So I shoot all the way back to my house. She steady trying to fuck with me while I'm driving. So I'm 5 minutes away from my house by the little wing plate. So I told her to get out of my fucking car. So I let her have my car. I'm on camera letting her have my car. That's why I'm still free right now. All right, so I let her have my car. I closed my door. I ain't even get out when I did all this.
A funeral was held for Dominique, a heart-wrenching occasion that brought together family, friends, and loved ones to honor her memory. Those who knew her and loved her gathered wearing blue and green, colors chosen to represent Dominique's vibrant personality and the joy she brought to everyone she met. The ceremony was filled with tears, laughter, and heartfelt stories as family and friends reflected on the impact she had on their lives. As the service continued, friends and family shared their memories of Dominique, her infectious laugh, her unwavering kindness, and her unyielding desire to lift up others. It was a moment of collective sorrow, but also a moment of remembering the beautiful, ambitious woman she had been, someone who would forever live on in the hearts of those who loved her. As of today, the case of Dominique Davis remains unsolved. Police have not identified any suspects or motives and have not released any details about the evidence or the autopsy. They've also not confirmed if her death was related to her disappearance. Who killed Dominique Davis and why? Who did she meet? How did her body end up near the overpass? Why has no one come forward with any information? These are the questions that haunt the family and friends of Dominique Davis. We hope that one day they will find the answers and justice they deserve. The tragic death of 40-year-old Dominique Davis is a haunting reminder of how quickly love and trust can turn to tragedy. What was meant to be a joyful return to Memphis for a fresh start ended in a tragic heartbreak. Let me know what you think in the comments section below.